Shalom. This is Power Thumb of the Great Millstone Houston Camp, back with another lesson to edify the elect of the nation of Israel. So before I begin, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shah, Ba'asham, Rachakwadash. Yahweh is whom the world innately called God. Ba'asham is in the name. Yahweh Shah is whom the world innately called Jesus Christ. Ba'asham in the name. Rachakwadash being the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles, the elder apostles and elder bishops of the great millstone who rule well, of whom I learned the truth of the gospel from through the Holy Spirit. Peace, blessing, and salutation unto the elect, which are written in Revelation the 7th chapter. Okay, the 144,000 and the great multitude. The 144,000 are 12,000 men from each tribe, which are the prophets, and the great multitude of men, women, and children, which will be saved in these last days through faith. In the name of Lord, in the name of Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Lord, I pray that this lesson is edifying unto the elect. In this lesson, I want to go into the most proud. All right, and the most proud is Esau. So let's hit a couple precepts, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I start off here in Jeremiah 49, it's 16. It says, "Thou terribleness hath deceived thee, and thy pride." And the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said Yahweh. Also Edom shall be a desolation, every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, say Yahweh. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Okay, so as the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, Edom is going to be a desolation. Okay, Edom are the so-called white race, and right now the kingdom that's ruling the earth right now, okay, is Babylon the Great, which is America, which is controlled by the Edomites, the so-called white people, starting with the elite, the banking families, okay, the ones that control the policies and the money, okay, that fund both sides of the wars, all right, that set up coups, and the people that do these things, these Edomite so-called white people, all right, also go under the false banner of Israelis, 1948ers. They run the world. They run industries. They run corporations. They run the money. They run policy. All right. It says, starting at verse 15, "For lo, I will make thee small amongst the heathen and despised among men." All right, so right now Esau was looked at as this great white hope to society and to mankind. Now he is becoming to be despised because he is being exposed for who he truly is, the Edomites, and the Most High is also making his allies to hate them for the wickedness, okay, that they have done against their allies and against the world. Thou terribleness have deceived thee. So the Most High blessed Esau with the blessing of the sword, all right, which it says he will live by the sword, okay, and that's Esau's terribleness. Esau's terribleness is that he's living by the sword, okay. It's that sword. It had deceived thee, okay. He has been consumed with power, okay. The illusion of that he is in control of his own destiny through his sword, because he'd be able to take down people, all right, take down whole countries. But let's get a precept on that. This Isaiah 14 and 16, it says, "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth tremble, that did shake kingdoms?" So Esau was terrible. Okay? He was terrible to the nations. He shook kingdoms. All right? Let's look at this Daniel chapter 7 and let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, here we go right here. This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 19. Then I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which is the Roman Empire, which was diverse from all the others because they had the Senate house, the way that they ran their politics. All right. Exceeding dreadful, okay, whose teeth were of iron, because that blessing of the sword, and his nails as brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stump the residue with the feet. So that was the Edomites during the time of the Roman Empire. Okay. It says, and the 10 horns that were in his head, and the other which came up, it says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and the other was come up. Okay. And before whom 3 fell. So that other which came up is America. Okay. The other that came up is America. It says, in whom 3 fell. Whom the 3 that fell? The French, the Spanish, and the British. Okay. It says, even of that horn that had eyes, and a mouth that spake very great things. All right. So they had the eyes. All right. That goes into the wisdom that sun, boy. That sun hot. Let's see. All right. In the looks that were more stalwart than his neighbor is how Esau he looks down these American Edomites. Okay, they look down on their allies, the NATO and the EU. All right, which NATO and the EU is what hold this place America up. Okay, through its military and through its economics. All right, because America is the woman that rides. She controls it, but she riding. Okay, she riding on the back of it, just like a horse. A horse supports the man, right? That dragon supports Esau. It says, right in verse 19, which devoured, break in peace, and stamped the residue with his feet. So that's the Roman Empire, and the Roman Empire is back today, okay, as receiving that deadly wound but was healed. The beast that received the deadly wound that was healed, Rome. All right, this was the way that Rome conquered through its military. All right, the known world. And America follows the same warlike strength, okay, of sending their military around the world to conquer. All right. In verse 20 says, a mouth that spake very great things. And that's blasphemies against the Most High, his son, the angels, the Israelites. All right. Whose look was more stout than his fellows. He looked down upon his allies. All right. It says, okay, that was it on that. Let's continue going back to Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness have deceived thee in the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock. The cliffs of the rock, there's Esau. Okay, that's his habitat. Petra, you had Mount Seir, Petra. You had the Caucasus Mountains. You got these metropolises in the United States and around the world, these big skyscrapers. All right. This is representative of the old mountain regions, okay, that Esau lived in. That's why he liked sky rises and big ass buildings. All right. It says, thou holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest amongst as high as the eagle, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said Yahweh. So the Esau made his nest as high as the eagle, putting his space stations, okay, in the atmosphere, in the upper atmosphere, okay. Then his satellites, and the Most High said, when you do this, I'm gonna bring you down, okay. And that began in 1970 when they sent that space station to the atmosphere, and the prophets the same year, the Most High raised up High Priest Abba Bivens to preach Yahweh Shai, okay, to raise up High Priest Abba Bivens to prophesy against America, all right, and to wake up the children of Israel, okay. It says also, Edom should be a desolation, everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. They're going to hiss at the plagues. So let's go from there. Salakia. Yep. All right. So let's go from there to Obadiah. Let's see. Got Obadiah up in here. Obadiah 1 and 4. It says, let's start at verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Right, Esau now is being looked at as insignificant. We don't need them. Okay, these especially these American Edomites. All right, over here in Babylon the Great, it says, behold, I have made thee, but also NATO, EU, these nations are gathering together. The Most High is using Russia to bring these nations together to fight against the beast system, which is NATO, EU, and America is a part of that. Canada, all right. Behold, I made thee small amongst the heathen, thou art greatly despised. We're seeing that playing out today. The pride of thy heart had deceived thee. Yeah, because Esau pride, because of his great power through the sword, it deceived thee. All right, you thought you was unstoppable. It says, though thou dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, and that's the same energy in Isaiah 47. Okay, who should bring me down to the ground? Who gonna take me out of power? All right. It says, Isaiah 47 and 7. And thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever. Lady is a feminine way of saying a master or a lord. So Esau said, look, I'm going to rule forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So these Edomites, they given the pleasure, the luxuries, okay, they dwell carelessly. Why? Because they feel like can't nobody touch them. Who gonna stop me now? Right? I can't be moved. I can't be stopped. I can't be shook. Right? That says in thy heart, this Esau thoughts, I am. He believed he God. Okay? The Most High gave him God power on earth. But he's not above the Most High God and his son Yahweh Shai. And none else beside me. So he said, look, ain't no other God beside me. Esau believes that he's God. That's why the World Economic Forum They say they don't need the Most High no more. All right. And the way that they're going to accomplish this idea is through the MOTB. But the Most High is going to destroy them. It says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Right? Esau said, look, I ain't going to know the loss of children. Ain't nothing going to stop me. I'm going to win all the wars. I'm going to do all that. Okay? But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The Most High is going to take Esau out of power in 1 hour. The loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments, because you was a witch. Okay? You a Chaldean. You wicked. All right? Let's go back. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thy heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, who habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou sittest thou nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, say Yahweh. Okay? The same thing was told in Malachi. And 4, it says, well, I started verse 2. I have loved you, say Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, say Yahweh? Yeah, I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. All right. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh had indignation forever. So the Most High would never love an Edomite. So Esau thoughts of being taken out of power during the Holy Roman Empire, through the time of the Renaissance, the Dark Ages, Byzantine Empire, was that we're going to come back and we're going to establish our kingdom, right? Build Rome again. The Most High said, look, they shall build, but I will throw down. The Most High let you build up Rome again, okay, through NATO and the EU and America. But what's going to happen? But I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, the people whom Yahweh had indignation forever. Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. All right. Now let's go from there to Jeremiah 50 and 29. It says, call together the archers against Babylon. The archers are these other nations that hold these nuclear missiles. All ye that be in the bow, all you that have these missiles in these shallows, camp against it round about. All right. Set your mind against America. Okay, Babylon. Let none therefore escape. Recompense her according to her work. Okay. So what she did to the Most High, the Israelites, and these other nations, you're going to have to pay for it. It says, according to all she had done, do unto her. Okay? America was terrible. So that terribleness that you gave, you're going to receive in return. It says, for she had been proud against Yahweh, against the Holy One in Israel. Yeah, because you were proud. And what's the beginning of pride? Pride maker. Okay, let's see. Sirach 10 and 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from God and his heart is turned from his maker. So Esau hates the Most High instructions. Okay, that's the ultimate example of pride. Hating what the Most High said in the Holy Bible. It says, therefore, Jeremiah 50 and 30, shall her young men fall in the streets. She says she's not going to receive the loss of children, but the Most High said, look, in 1 day, 1 hour, okay, young men shall fall in the streets, and her men of war shall be cut off in that day, said Yahweh. Yeah, in World War III. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, said the Yahweh of hosts. For thou day is come the time that I will visit thee. The most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities. That's that thermonuclear fire from the missiles, okay, the nuclear missiles, and it shall devour all around about him. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. It's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. We was oppressed together here in Babylon the Great. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. All right. The same thing happened to us in ancient Egypt. That's why this place, America, is known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause. So the Most High is going to work on our behalf for his holy name's sake. Okay. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. All right, a sword is upon the Chaldeans. Those the witches and the warlocks. Okay, which those banking families, that's all they are. Said Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. All right. So the Most High is going to annihilate America because of the pride. All right. Of Edom. Okay. Let's see. Said most proud. Esau more proud than anybody, any other nation, any other ruler they ever ruled. Most proud. Okay, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Called Law Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakadash Brakathum Shalom.